Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a little red balloon named Ruby. Ruby was bright, shiny, and loved by all the children. She lived in Mr. Mike's toy shop and dreamed of seeing the world beyond the shop's windows. One sunny morning, a little girl named Emma walked into the shop with her parents. Emma's eyes sparkled as she saw Ruby. "Can I have the red balloon, please?" she asked her parents. They agreed, and soon Ruby was tied to Emma's wrist, bobbing happily in the air. Emma and Ruby spent the whole day together. They visited the park, played on the swings, and even shared an ice cream. Ruby felt like the happiest balloon in the world. As the sun began to set, a gentle breeze started to blow. Ruby tugged at her string, feeling the wind's invitation. Suddenly, the knot on Emma's wrist loosened, and Ruby floated up into the sky. "Ruby, come back," Emma called out, but Ruby was already too high. She waved goodbye to Emma, promising to come back one day. Ruby was excited to see the world. Up, up, and away Ruby floated. She soared over tall mountains, their peaks covered in snow. She drifted above wide oceans, where dolphins leaped out of the water to greet her. She glided past big green forests, where squirrels and birds waved at her. As night fell, Ruby found herself in the company of twinkling stars. She felt a little lonely, but the stars kept her company, telling her stories of the universe. Ruby listened in awe, feeling brave and adventurous. The next morning, Ruby floated over a bustling city. She saw children playing in the parks, people walking the dogs, and cars zooming by. Ruby loved the energy of the city but missed the quiet of her village. Suddenly, Ruby noticed a familiar face. It was Emma, visiting the city with her parents. Ruby was overjoyed and floated down as fast as she could. Emma looked up and saw Ruby descending from the sky. "Ruby, you came back?" Emma shouted with joy. Emma's parents helped her catch Ruby, and she tied the balloon tightly to her wrist. "I missed you, Ruby," Emma said, hugging her balloon. Ruby had seen the world and had many stories to tell. She told Emma about the tall mountains, the wide oceans, the big green forests, and the friendly stars. Emma listened with wide eyes, imagining all the wonderful places Ruby had visited. From that day on, Emma and Ruby were inseparable. They explored their village together, and sometimes, when the wind blew just right, Ruby would tug at her string, reminding Emma of their promise to explore the world together one day. And so, Ruby and Emma continued their adventures, always dreaming of new places to see and stories to share. Ruby knew that no matter where she went, her home would always be with Emma.